Hello. So I'm really tired right now and I stayed up until like 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning editing my video that you guys hopefully have seen already. It was my Pride tutorial. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, please just go give me a pity watch and watch that video because it took like probably 24 hours of my life to create. So anyway, if I seem a little exhausted in this video, that's why. So cheers. I need more coffee. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to get into my, what month is this? My June favorites. I have been doing my makeup a lot in the month of June and I have discovered a lot of new products, a lot of old favorites, doing my makeup a little bit differently. I did shave my eyebrows off, so these are not my natural eyebrows. Just because I wanted to experiment with shapes and do my makeup a couple different ways. So anyway, everyone's freaking out about that. I don't know why, because it's my face. Yeah, I put it on Snapchat and everyone was like, why would you do that? And I'm like, because I wanted to, damn it. So that's that. Let's talk about a couple foundations, shall we? One oldie but goodie that I saw my friend wearing at Pride actually, and it wore on him so well, and I'm like, what makeup is that? Is that MAC? Because that looked so flawless on his skin and I fell back in love with it. Thank you so much, Angel, for reminding me how much I love this foundation. And this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is the shade Soft Ivory, and I actually mix a couple together. I think I mix this one with the Soft Beige because I have a neutral undertone and the light shades are a little bit too pink and then the darker shades are a little bit too orange, so mixing them together I get like my perfect foundation shade. Anyway, this is like $6. They have a huge variety of skin tones, which is amazing because we all know that companies should really branch out and make foundations to suit every skin tone. So I really am thankful to Wet n Wild for doing that. And I know they just subscribed to me on YouTube, so hey. They also just featured me on their Instagram, which was like, oh my god, thank you so much, Wet n Wild, for noticing me. I appreciate that so much. And I'm not just saying that I like this product because I know that they just followed me. Like, they followed me because I have been reading about this product, I'm sure. Moving on to other foundations that I love and I didn't love when I first started wearing them, but as time has gone on and I've really learned how to use them properly, I have been loving the Anastasia foundation sticks. I have the shades Porcelain and Fawn, and these are so good. Even if you're not using, like today I'm wearing the Wet n Wild foundation all over my face, and then I went in with the contour sticks to contour out my face, and then I went in with the Porcelain shade to carve out my cheekbones. And these are such good foundations and they blend out like a dream. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. They're a little bit on the pricier side, especially compared to Wet n Wild, but they're a really good foundation and you guys can always get them on sale. They're at Sephora and Ulta anytime that Sephora or Ulta is having a sale, and then you can also use ABH on top of that, which I tell you guys about in every single video, so I'm sure that you're sick of me rambling on about ABH. Next, Ofra was kind enough to send me 2 backups of my favorite concealer from them. This is the Skin Sculpting Concealer in the shade Dawn, and this is such a good concealer to like brighten everywhere. It's light enough for my skin tone, which I'm very thankful for. This is such a nice creamy concealer. I've really been loving this concealer, so if they have a shade that matches you, I highly recommend it. Another one of my favorites from Ofra Cosmetics lately has been the shade Manila, and you guys cannot see the packaging because it all wore off. But anyway, This is a beautiful nude. Someone described it as a cool tone nude. I think it would be very suitable for most skin tones. This is such a beautiful shade. I can't stop wearing it. If you guys don't know already, I think Ofra has some of the best nudes. I honestly think that they have such a wonderful range of liquid lipsticks, and they have so many colors, but their nudes are like out of this world. They're just like ones that I don't have in my collection already, and they're super beautiful, and I have been really loving the shade. Another one of my favorites recently, I just got in the mail like a couple days ago, but I've honestly used them like 2 or 3 times and I can't get enough of them. These are the Steely Style Liquid Metals, and they are a liquid to, I guess, liquid to matte eyeshadow. These are so pretty. I wouldn't even call them like a creamy eyeshadow. They do dry matte and transfer proof. So that is Guitar Solo. This is Backstage Pass. This one is Amplified. And of course, saving the best for last, this is Headbanger. I just did a look with this the other day and I got so many compliments. But anyway, Katie, aka Kitty Snack here on YouTube, she had them. She did look with them. I'm like, I needed them right now. I did look kind of inspired by it, but I didn't have this product yet. And then the next day it showed up at my door and I'm like, oh, thank you so much, Steely Style. I love you guys so much. And I have been living for these liquid metals. They do remind me of the Stila, they're liquid metals or whatever the hell they're called. But I would say I did swatch the Stila ones in an Ulta, and the Stila ones are very kind of chunky glitter, and these are very fine and very metallic. And I know that, I think Katie compared them. She said that they're kind of similar maybe, but that's just what I feel. But I don't own the Stila ones, so just of the ones that I've swatched, that's what I've noticed. I do have a discount code with Steely Style. It's just Vegan Beauty Addict. I will put it here. I will put it down below. It is not an affiliate code, so just for you guys to have if you are interested in purchasing anything. By the way, these are $6. $6. Can you believe that? That's like a joke. I would have paid at least double for these, and I would buy these for myself. Like, I was gonna buy them for myself because they're so good. Another Steely Style product that has been like an all-time favorite. I've probably mentioned this so many times. I've probably put it in so many favorite videos, but I'm gonna put it in again because look at my little tiny stub of a Line and Seal. This is in the color, I think this is I don't know what color this is because it's worn off. But anyway, not all of Steely Style products are vegan, but this one is. You just have to check their list to make sure that you're getting the vegan one. But I think this is the Carbon Black Line and Seal, and it's so good in your waterline and your tight line, and it's so bomb. I just bought another one with the Kitty Snack collection, so I'm really excited to have a backup of this because it's my absolute favorite and I cannot live without it. My coffee's working. Ooh, this is my second cup today. Moving on to a Cake Beauty, aka Delectable brand. This is the Delectable brand Everything Powder. This is in the scent Sweet Cream. Mine's open and I didn't even realize it. Let's see. It has 21 uses. Oh, I've never done this before actually. I've never opened this. Oh, look at it. Look at that. 21 uses. Boost brows, stop static cling, freshen shoes, volumize lashes, deodorize underarms, revive dirty hair, protects shaved skin and chafing, set eyeliner. God damn! There's so many things you can do with this stuff. But you want to know what I have been loving using it for actually is setting my makeup. I set this for Pride when I had that rainbow look for 2 days, and it kept my makeup looking good. This stuff is just really good, and I love to have a matte face, especially because my face is oily and it likes to slip and slide everywhere. This keeps it into place, and it smells really good. Moving on to one of my favorite brands, Kat Von D Beauty. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a favorites video recently, but I know that I've talked about it recently, but I don't know. I just wanted to like address this and talk to you guys for a minute about what this Kat Von D White Out Concealer is good for, because I get that question so often. So I'm just gonna answer it right now. So I love using this as a concealer to mix with my other concealers to kind of hit the high points of my face and to actually make it highlight, because it's really hard to do on really pale skin. This is really good to prime your eyelids with, especially if you're doing a look with like pastel goth palette or other bright colors. This is really good to prime your eyelids with. I also really like to use this as kind of like an eyeliner, or carve out, like today you see how I carved out my, I guess it's like a cut crease, to do that kind of thing with. You can mix it with lipstick. You can do so many things with this product, and I think it is so good to have in your collection. Yes, it is a little pricey, but I think it's totally worth it, and I end up using this thing like almost every single day, which is pretty impressive. Moving on to another Kat Von D product. Look at all of my, these are not all Kat Von D lip liners, but most of these are Kat Von D lip liners, and that's what I want to talk about. I have been really loving these lip liners. I did get all of them in a PR package from Kat Von D, but I've really been using them to pair my, almost every single day I use one to outline my lips. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, they're good, and then you kind of start to realize how much you really do like them by how much you use them. So I think that really speaks volumes about how much I actually use them. And you can also, I don't know if it's recommended, but I've seen other people do it and I've done it. Just be warned, if you have sensitive eyes, maybe don't do this, but using in your waterline and your tight line, especially if you're looking for like a kind of a weird color, these are so good for that. Very versatile and so good. A huge color range. Kudos to you, Kat Von D, for making vegan and cruelty-free products in a huge variety of colors, so we can all be creative and artistic. One last thing from Kat Von D Beauty, which I also just received in a PR package. It's so pretty. This is the Sinner perfume, vegan, cruelty-free, of course. Oh my god, this smells like luxury, high-end. It is expensive, but high-end perfumes are expensive. This actually reminds me of one of my favorite perfumes from before I was cruelty-free, and that is Euphoria by Calvin Klein. I did spend my hard-earned money on that perfume. I think it was like $90, and I'm like, but I love that perfume, and I love that this smells very similar to that. Out of the two, the Saint and Sinner, I definitely like the Sinner better. And I've gotten a couple of different like mixed reviews. People like the Sinner, people like the Saint. A lot of people seem to like the Saint, but I have to be the person who comes in and says, I like this deep, musky, dark smelling scent, because my friend was over and she said that the Saint perfume, she said it smelled like going to a beach. It's nice and light and, you know, beachy, I guess, and I think this just smells really like deep, dark, sexy. I love this scent so much, and if you guys can go to a Sephora, I would recommend checking out a tester. And if you can't get a tester, I would just order the roller balls to see if it's something that you guys are interested in, so you're not committed to a giant expensive perfume. So another one of my favorites this month was going to Pride. It was so much fun. It was my first time at LA Pride. I've been to Pride in other cities, but LA Pride was just something kind of special. It was so cool to see like so many people come out. There were so many people of like different walks of life, and that was really cool to see everyone kind of like coming together. It was cool to see people who were involved in the march as well, because in LA we had a resist march, and I kind of like missed the whole thing because I woke up late. I tried. My favorite part about Pride was I met James A. James. I will insert a picture here. He was standing by himself and he was next to the people who were in the cast of Dragula, and they were all getting their picture taken, so he was just standing there by himself, probably on his phone or something, and I'm like, hi, I love you. He was so nice, and I never go up to people like that, but he's just so cool, and I've watched so many of his interviews, and he seems like a real genuine, down-to-earth person, and he was so nice to me, and we got a picture together, so I was really excited about that. Another one of my favorite things is the Drag Race finale. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, Sasha Velour just snatched my heart out. I loved the video for Clat, and you guys know that I listen to that song every freaking day of my life. I love it, and from that moment on I knew that Sasha had taken my heart away from me, and I love that she is so outspoken about gender, about sexuality, about so many things that is so important to talk about, because I know with gender we feel like we are in a very tiny little box. With sexuality we feel like we're in a very tiny little box, and the fact that she's genderqueer and very outspoken about it, and she has a platform and she's able to be outspoken about all these different types of issues is like so incredible to me. It's so amazing to see. And the fact that also Peppermint is a black transgender woman, that is like so cool to see in 2017, that we are finally ready to see someone of that like outspoken and such a huge caliber to be on national TV. It's just like, oh, that really, I have been following like them afterwards too, and I really think that they're doing some really great things. So I was pretty happy about that whole situation. I won't spoil it for you guys, but I was happy. 2 songs that I have been obsessed with, and you guys always ask me what songs I'm listening to in my Snapchats and my Instagram stories, so I'm thinking about doing like a playlist on Spotify of my favorite songs, so let me know if that's something that you guys would want to go see. So the first song came out a few months ago at Coachella, and that is Lady Gaga's The Cure, and I love this song. I love that Gaga really changes her sound to be very current and with the times. Like when I first heard that song, I'm like, this doesn't sound like Lady Gaga, but at the same time she's always that type of person to be very current and up to date with trends, so I really appreciate that about her, and it's such a good song with a good message, like all of her songs. Like, let's be real. Despite the fact that in Born This Way there's a couple of like things that she says that are like, girl, why did you say that? But moving on. The second song that I have really been liking is AAA by the AAA girls, Alaska, who is my favorite, and then Courtney and Willem, which are not my favorites, but this song is so addicting. I have been listening to it non-stop, and it's so good. You guys need to listen to it. You guys need to check out the video. It's so catchy. And then one last thing. This is kind of ridiculous, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. This is the Unreal Crispy Dark Chocolate Peanut Butter Cups, and these things are, oh, they are heaven. They're so good. They're like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but they're like, they have a nice little crunch on the inside, and they're like creamy. They don't even taste like they're vegan at all. They remind me of like a real peanut butter cup from back before I was vegan. So if you guys see these in stores, y'all need them like yesterday. So that completes my favorites for this month. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what you're loving down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe if you're not already. Turn on that little notification so you can know every time I upload, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.